The next world war won't start in the desert. It starts here. There is $16 trillion sitting here on the ocean floor, enough battery metal to electrify the entire planet. The United States wants it, but refuses to sign the treaty. China is already taking it, stacking up the contracts. And the rulebook that's supposed to stop them from shooting each other doesn't exist yet. The only person who can stop this gold rush from becoming a battlefield is a man from a country that doesn't even have a coast. To understand the future of the ocean, you first have to look at the dust. This is the Copper Belt, my home. For 100 years, we dug the veins that wired the world. Copper made this nation visible from space. But if you look closer, you see the paradox. The wires leave the pit and vanish over the horizon. The wealth went out, the hose stayed here. This is the lesson Chanda Mwale learned early. Extraction isn't about geology, it's about governance. If you don't write the rules, you live under someone else's. And right now, the rules for the biggest mine in history are being written. But this time, the frontier isn't red dust. And Chanda isn't holding a shovel. He is sitting in Kingston, Jamaica, at the headquarters of the International Seabed Authority, the ISA. It was created by the United Nations with a single, impossible mandate: to manage the ocean floor for the benefit of mankind as a whole. Now, it is a battlefield of bureaucracy. You have the mining companies promising a green revolution. You have the environmentalists warning of an extinction event. And you have the nations drawing lines on a map that nobody can see. But the pressure in this room is nothing compared to the pressure on the place they are arguing about. Because while the lawyers debate the fine print, the machines are already warming up their engines. To understand what they're fighting over, we have to leave the politics behind and go to the dark. This is the Clarion-Clipperton Zone, a fracture in the planet between Hawaii and Mexico. By 1,000 meters down, you enter the midnight zone. No sunlight, total silence. At 4,000 meters, the pressure is 400 times stronger than air. Imagine the weight of 300 jumbo jets resting entirely on your chest. For decades, we thought this was a desert. We were wrong. It is a living archive. Creatures here live on a timeline we can barely comprehend. And they are sitting on these polymetallic nodules, pure battery-grade metal. Mother Nature spent millions of years packaging the periodic table into a stone the size of a potato. And we're about to come down here and scoop them all up. But who owns the bottom of the world? The law says everyone. It is called the common heritage of mankind. Even if your country is landlocked, you own a share of this seabed. That was the promise, but a promise is only as good as the people who will enforce it. And the enforcers are split. The United States, the world's policeman, never ratified the treaty. They are essentially outside the sheriff's office. Meanwhile, China is inside the system. State-backed companies hold more exploration contracts than any other nation. One power outside, one power inside, both treating these minerals as a matter of national security. And in the middle, a legal void. Exploration is allowed, but the rules for commercial mining, the mining code, are still stored in draft form. This is where the war is being fought right now, not with missiles, but with microphones. The International Seabed Authority. Chanda isn't here to watch, he's here to bargain. Because when the mining code is finally signed, it will lock in the economies of the ocean for the next century. If the rules are weak, the environment collapses and the profits flow to the few. If the rules are strong, the wealth is shared and the abyss is protected. But time is running out. Political pressure mounting, deadlines are being missed, the industry is tired of waiting. They are ready to turn on the machines. By 2050, we will see one of two worlds. In one, the ocean becomes a wild west, a place of unilateral grabbing, disputed borders, and environmental ruin. In the other, we see the law to tame the rush. We get the metals we need, but we keep the checks and balances that protect the common heritage. For Zambia, the playbook is clear. We must treat ocean law as seriously as mining. We need to build a seabed affairs unit, train our geologists, send our lawyers to the front lines. We might be landlocked by geography, but if we show up before the rules are set in stone, we can be ocean-powered law, because the future belongs to those who write it.